she's a mercenary, yeah. You can't ride with her unless you're revolutionary, yeah. And to get it, she gon' do whatever's necessary, yeah. Make a victim, break the system. Some results may vary, situation scary, but she's never worried. Picture that, even when it's bad, she still get it back. Fighting through the dark to find a light so she can get it back. Struggling with it, do what's right or live a life of sin. Try again, is she bound to meet a violent end?
Don't think twice, better be brave. Like a soldier, do what I told you. Live my life a renegade. I gotta warn ya, I gotta warn ya. The only thing that you gotta know is that I do what it takes, do what it takes. Gotta bring it down to take control. I'm gonna do what it takes, do what it takes. I'll make you believe that the choice is yours. But I'll change your thoughts, yeah, the roles reverse. The only thing that you gotta know is that I do what it takes, I do what it takes. I'm a renegade, I'm a renegade. I'm a renegade, I'm a renegade. I'm a bad girl, I'ma pull your strings, yeah. You're gonna make your moves, but I control your whole team, yeah. Nobody here is going toe to toe with me, yeah. Everything you thought you knew is what I made you think. I know how to get what I want, do what it takes to step to the top. Innovate, manipulate, to run the game straight, no stalemate. You're dead weight, watch me ignite, grenade gone wild. I'ma blow up, you can count my style. Going to lead, you can't stop my mercs. When you hear my sound, better hit the dirt. Don't think twice, better be brave. Like a soldier, do what I told you. Live my life a renegade. I gotta warn ya, I gotta warn ya. The only thing
Hello, chat. How are we doing today?
that I do what it takes, do what it takes. Gotta bring it down to take control. I'm gonna do what it takes, do what it takes. I'll make you believe that the choice is yours. But I'll change your thoughts, yeah, the roles reverse. The only thing that you gotta know is that I do what it takes, I do what it takes.
How are we all doing today? Welcome everybody, both on Twitch and on YouTube. Hello Early and Noivern. Hello Droopy. How's it going, everybody? Tell me you haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. I actually have not touched this level or seen anything about it. As you can see, I haven't even looked at a YouTube video of it. I have no clue what the hell this is happening. I just know that it's a shitpost, according to what everybody's telling me. And that a lot of people have just saying this is bussin' too. So no clue. This level will give you a jump scare. Be ready? I'm so ready. Hello Slops, how's it going? Welcome. Sadly, yeah, Twitch chat is usually a little bit more quiet than YouTube chat, but you know, it happens. Hello Noivern over on Twitch now. And Luca, how's it going? Welcome to Better Chat Experience. Hey, chill. What the hell? Boogie the Rock. I did get spoiled on one thing, and it's the Vibrant thumbnail. I have seen Kita. So I already feel like it's gonna be brain rot. Really familiar song in the background. That was Renegade from Arknights. It is the W song. You know what? Might as well play Arsonist. Let's just play Arsonist since we're already in the vibe. The girl on the thumbnail has a name. Yeah, that is Kita from Bocchi the Rock. Hello, Floyd, and welcome, Adrift.
Some of y'all ain't worthy of this journey, but you ain't gotta worry. Gonna get you back up out of here early, out of sight. You got no vision, lower your voice, you just turn up, listen. Out here thinking your competition, but you're about to be non-existent. Listen, they don't see her dry like all partitions. So the wheels fall off for a ride and still a renegade on a mission.
Okay, chat, I think we're ready. I finished managing everything I had to manage on the side. Oh god, I love this song. Okay, let's get this started, shall we? Oh, hold on, I'm... Damn, I didn't realize that I started the level, not the level, the stream so late. It's already 3 PM, it's way later than usual. Alright, let's get going, let's stop stalling so much. I'm stalling too much, I'm sorry chat. Let's get right into it, okay? Okay. So I had never seen Conot's levels until yesterday, because that's when like it got revealed and people told me to check out his levels. The only thing that I had seen is Bussin', and I know that that was a collab, so I wasn't expecting anything too much. However, I'm expecting an art level, and I'm expecting Brainrod. So, you know. I like the little seal mythic in the background. That is Peem. Holy shit, the duck from Duckstep. Dude, just in this first part, the references are- oh my god. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Okay, now I understand why this is a 2-star. There was like no gameplay. I am speechless. There was so much happening. And that was a minute. That was like barely a minute. Like, that was barely over a minute. What the hell did I just watch? Because, like, very clearly, I didn't experience anything. I will say, compared to Skyline Part 2, which I think is probably the biggest disappointment I've ever had in all of these event levels, it being between Duckstep and Boogie. Hello, Booski, thank you for the follow. Yes, I'm on both. I am multi-streaming now. Like, Duckstep is Peem, Skyline Part 2 is incredibly disappointing, and then now we have this. What the... Boki in chat, how can you say something? No, I've said it during the first impression. I said it very clearly. I think the gameplay is absolutely incredible and probably the best gameplay out of everything we had. Skyline Part 2 is like, has incredible song, it has really cool theming, and it has the best gameplay out of everything. So where did Deco go? What happened? What happened to Deco? What happened to Deco? What happened to Deco? Where it go? Where white colors? Why? No. Anyway, let's go. Dude, I need to. I need to slow this down because this is just an actual experience. They force the quirker creator to do generic CD deco. That's what I'm saying. If you just let Poke like actually do what Poke is known for and do more experimental deco instead of just going to like the safe generic route, which I guess probably is what it was their decision in the end, probably. I would have preferred if the level was more unique and it didn't just feel very generic, because everything else about the level is great. So, you know. Okay. The drones. Little ducky. We're gonna be pausing a lot, chat. Be aware. We're pausers here. Okay, I don't know what that cube is. I would assume maybe it's Connaught's cube. I don't know. I love the seal. Okay. New Year's postponed. Meow mix. Epic FPS montage. Kita Ikuyo dances to best music by no copyright songs. That's cute. Boogie by Connaught. That 808 billion views 1 second ago. That is a crazy. What the hell? Meow Balls game. Jesus Christ, these views are inflated. My goodness. The Kita only having 1 million views is not right. This is crazy. Bro fell off. So true. I like the NCS logo here with the little player. So we're going to the epic FPS montage. Okay. What am I looking at? That was like so many things happening in that was like a second and a half. I like the little Minecraft. I like the little Minecraft vibes. Okay, this is this okay, this is Terraria. What the boss? What the cat doing? Okay, I need to pause this. So Discord, Steam, Geometry Dash, Opera, Crash. We got an ad for Scamazon, of course. You're cooked. That's crazy. I can't believe you're cooked. And then we're going in GD, and we're playing level 3. Oh, so he thought it was going to be a 3-star. Interesting. We have Hatsune Miku live streaming, Getting Far, sponsors Lenny, Muy Bien, NCS Song, Lamau, Miku Strict Peak, Mr. Beam, sorry. Okay, only 5,000 viewers, you know, could be better, definitely could be better. Miku GD Epic 123. Thanks, Dropped Up Daves, for the dubstep. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, back and dash. Okay, what am I looking at? I do not know what the reference to this is. I do see Butchie the Rock here. I do not know what the reference to this is. Jesus Christ. Hello, Butchie. Okay, so we have 02, we have Power, and we have Nezuko. Got it, very generic waifus. Okay, very generic anime profile pictures. We have Miku now. Oh my god, that is a lot of... There's so much happening on screen. There is so much happening. And then we get to the Ikuyo. I do actually like this transition being like, you know, like this, kind of setting the theme for this part. The art is actually pretty nicely done. It has a really neat aesthetic. I actually kind of fucks with it. I don't know if like all of the art was like drawn by Connaught, or some of it is like traced, because I know the sub art of the art is like, it's very close to what it is like I know that the Kita animation is like basically traced from the fan made animation. So I like the custom portals. They're very nice. I actually think they're very cute. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's actually Lectrain. Holy shit, chat. Oh my god, I don't care if I'm dead. That is lit. Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my god, we are okay, we're playing through this again, chat. That is, oh my god. There is no way. That is literally the lag train. The lag train mentioned. Okay. Actually, I'll get to this later. Do remind me to talk about Skylines Part 2 again. I have more to say now that I've thought about it more. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, I can't believe it. She's real. Oh my god, the seal. Okay, I do like this eye shot, like the way that it gets painted into. I think that's actually really nice. She looks really pretty. I mean, obviously, like, I know that this is just a shot from the anime, but again, she's cute. She looks cute. Dude, the seals are fucking killing me. Okay. God, there's so much happening in here. Oh my god, the amount of times I've seen this gif being thrown around on Discord is insane. Miku, again, for the 20th time in this level. Butchie the Rock, again. And then Nyankat for the remainder of the level. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm sure there's more references in this that I haven't been able to catch, but that is just a lot. That is just so, it's so packed with so many things. For such a short level, like, the density of memes and references, and honestly, to be fair, it's more for anime culture than necessarily, like, GD or anything like that, so obviously there's gonna be a lot of people who are maybe not gonna understand a lot of these references, and are gonna be very confused as to what's happening. But for somebody who does actually see some of these references and gets them, it is kind of cool. It is kind of cute. It does feel a lot like Bussin'. It does feel like this has the same criticism that I had for Bussin', is that it's brain rot in the sense that you can only appreciate the brain rot if you know what the brain rot is, you know? It doesn't really, like, apply to a lot of people, but to the people that, like this shit, then they're really gonna like this shit. Damn, what a level. This is really hard to, like, talk about this level. It doesn't have coins, good. So let's go to the vault. It's really hard to talk about this level because, like, obviously, like, if you compare it to other event levels, it is the least GD level we have so far. It basically is a TikTok edit. Nice. It's basically a TikTok edit with a little bit of GD gameplay slapped in there, which is fine. Like, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Oh, I guess fuck. Yeah, I guess Becca Dash does not exist. It's funny. But I think that this is gonna, like, definitely stick out to a lot of people as, like, oh my god, this is, like, so fun, this is so stupid, this is so silly. And a lot like Bussin', you know? It's very much a lot like Bussin', where it's just trying to appeal to a specific audience, and that's fine. Like, I think that's fine, and I think for an event level, this is actually pretty chill. But here's the thing, and again, okay, don't, I'm not dogging on you, because I know that you had, like, a lot of different, strict timelines and stuff, like, with this. But the reason why these two levels right before, like, this level before and this level right after, feel so different, like, than this, is because they have such insane amount of personality. Like, Duckstep before Boogie came out was the level with the most amount of personality that it has had in this entire event like list. Like obviously we have good levels. Like we have levels like Retrospective or Ruins that are really cool and have a lot of different things. We have Backstreet Boy and Cheat Codes that have like different themings, you know, and they have a lot of very specific aesthetics. But Duckstep has so much personality that makes it so unique. There's like almost nothing like it in the game, and it's very hard for you to take Duckstep and be like, oh yeah, I've seen a level like this before. Like it's so unique and so so good. Like it's not even about the fact that it's such an amazing level, it's about the fact that it's like it just stands out. Like you look at this and you're like, dude, there's nothing like this in this game. And then you go and look at Boogie and it's the same thing. There's like, whoa, there's like almost nothing like this in this game. This is so unique. This is so like fresh. This is so fun, you know? Like maybe you find it cringe, but that's totally valid because I know that a lot of the memes are very cringe and I can look at there. But it's like, dude, there's like, it feels fresh, it feels fun, it feels different. And those are the things that like, I think make the event levels more fun, on top of just being really good use of the song. And I feel like that's kind of like why a lot of the other levels I feel very indifferent towards or feel very disappointed with. Because like, I look at like Citadel, or I look at like Skyline Part 2, and they have like no personality. Like, a lot of people probably like the levels because they look fine. Like, yeah, I agree there. Like, they don't look ugly. But they just don't really do anything to make me remember them. Aside from Skyline Part 2 having some of the best gameplay, like, they don't really do anything to be memorable. They're just levels. They're just kind of there, and you can forget about them, like, after a week. And it's like, dude, you don't have a fucking mech duck boss fight in your level. You don't have a fucking like with Backstreet Boy like having the whole okay, sorry. Like this level's so memorable because Zoroa just kind of knows how to make levels really fucking memorable. Song aside, because the song is absolutely fantastic and I know a lot of people don't like the song, but like there's so many little things about levels that are part of the event levels that make them feel like, yeah, this is an event level. This is something that we should remember and that was a really big and important moment for the community, you know? And like as much as I want to like Skyline Part 2, it just doesn't have much to like make it feel, you know, and like anything special. It just, because I know Poe can do so much better. That's the worst part. It's like the fact that I know that these creators can do better because they have and they will do better in the future, and the fact that like it feels so mediocre to me is what disappoints me the most. Like this part right here is so unique. Oh, you can jump there. But yeah, it's like so, like, it's so memorable being like, oh yeah, it's that part in that one level. And then you go to Boogie and it's like, oh my god, this is like so unique. It's like, that, you know, there's like nothing like it. And I kind of wish, like, if the event levels are gonna be like that, like, then might as well just go all in and make them something special, you know? If they're gonna be highlighted as something really big and something really special, then at the very least, I want the levels to like stand out, you know? I feel like this level is very hit or miss. I agree. I agree that this level, a lot of people will find it incredibly cringe and will find it really, like, lame. And that is completely valid. But at the very least, it has a shit ton of personality and it's stupid. Like, at the worst, this level is still a stupid level. And I think it's funny. Which has more to say than a lot of these other levels. And again, I'm down on Skyline Part 2, even though I actually think this level's fine. Because it's, again, it's not that it's bad. It's that I'm disappointed. But this level's still good. Like, absolutely still fine level. Just, you know, I wish there was more to it. And whatever. You can do that, it's just very tight timing, and I think it's funny. I don't know how to feel about these event levels. Like, I'm so mixed on these event levels because there's like... There's maybe 3 event levels that I genuinely really enjoy, and then there's all of the other ones. And I don't know if it's because of the selection of creators, I don't know if because of the selection of the songs, I don't know if it's because it's a collab with NCS and a lot of people just wanted to play it safe. I don't know what it is, but I am so... feel so, like... empty playing a lot of these levels. Not specifically this one. I have a lot to say about this level, which is why I talk about it so much. I guess at least this level has a lot to talk about, which is more than a lot of the other ones. I just wish that all of these levels had turned out like around the same quality at the very least, because the fact that some of them are so good and some of them are so mediocre makes them really, really feel disjointed, and it makes it like, oh yeah, like this could have been a really peak moment for the community, but it just wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. These levels are so weird. I don't know if y'all agree with me, Chad. Do y'all actually feel the same way with me? That this could have been such a good collab, but it ended up just being kind of all over the place with some really, really good levels and like very, very mediocre levels. Dude, this level's so much better than Berserker. I don't get it. How did he make this so much better than Berserker? This is so good. Oh, yeah, for some reason, sometimes you click there and it just don't work. What's my canvas size for making JD concept art? Whenever I make any art, my canvas is a 5,000 by 5,000. And then we'll go off of that. My sole complaint about the collab is how much NCS leaned into AI in album covers for the first several covers. Oh, that really sucks. I didn't know about that. But every creator has a different art style, so it's hard to make them all the same quality. I don't agree with that. I actually think making them all good quality doesn't relate to art style, but more relates to the actual like amount of effort and talent that the artist has. Like, you don't need to make all of them art levels for all of the levels to be good. Like, very clear example, Ruins and Retrospective are not art levels. I mean, Ruins has some art in it, but they're not full art levels. They're more so like design effects levels. And these are some of the best levels in the entire collab, next to Duckstep, which is a full art level. So like, you know, if we can have Retrospective and Ruins being such insane good levels, and also Dubstep being insane good level, while having completely different art styles, then like, I don't know, I feel like that, yeah, no, that kind of just proves the whole point of like them having different art styles. Like, I think more so the selection of art, like artists and players and creators, I should say, matters more than like that. But obviously I understand that like choosing good creators that had the time and, you know, we're gonna finish in time and we're down to do it is not necessarily an easy job. So I don't want to put it on the creators. I think that's not a very healthy mindset to have. This is actually so Pim. It's so Pim. My goodness. Just made a great chat setup so I can see both YouTube and Twitch. Oh yeah, I should get to that at some point. Someone has to tell the artist to step their game up. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy to say that in this economy, really. I'm just kind of glad we have these good levels, because without event levels, we wouldn't have weird tuck steps. So I'm just glad there's a thing. To be fair, I kind of agree with you. I'd rather have the event levels and have what we have right now than not have them at all. I think that it's a general like net positive to have these and have some more mediocre levels that like people kind of don't really care about or forget about, than not have them at all. I very much agree with that. I also want to disagree with like a lot of people saying like the songs suck. I don't think the songs suck. I think the songs have like all of them have their unique audience. Personally speaking, there's definitely songs that I like more. Like I definitely liked the Citadel song a lot, but I didn't like the level. I really like the Retrospective song and the level. I didn't like Ruins song, but I really like Ruins. I like Bastard Boy's song and level. I like Duckstep level, less so the song. Skyline Part 2 has an amazing song. Like, I can say like that I like overall the majority of the songs. I think all of them at the very least are decent songs. Duckstep is definitely one of like the ones that I think the level carries the song way harder than it should. More than the way the creators make their levels. Every creator has a different way of making levels. Okay, if you mean that, then yeah, I agree. I think that a lot of decisions that the creators took definitely like really impacted the like end result. I also think that the biggest issue that a lot of these levels have too, and I actually think so for all of you, because I'm sure a lot of people in chat will say it right away, for all of you that didn't know, all of the levels had to have a specific quote-unquote theme and colors set in mind because of the way that NCS works. Different types and genres of songs have a specific, like, you know, colors that are associated to them. And so because of that, they had to use specific colors in order to, you know, match with whatever NCS was telling them to do. And I think that that actually ended up harming quite a lot of levels. Because I think that the fact that they had been restricted made it so that a lot of people really couldn't think outside of the box and were stuck using colors that not only were they not comfortable working with, but were just straight up not a good pick for the song. There are songs that you listen to them and you're like, wow, this colors and visuals don't match the song in the slightest. Like, there's nothing about the level that currently matches what the song is doing. What is happening? And I think the biggest, like, offender of that is cheat codes. I think the colors aren't so much the problem there as it is the intensity and, like, vibes. But, like, that just... And Boogie's another example where, like, it just did whatever the fuck it wanted to. So, I don't really know... And I was gonna say this with Duckstep too. Like, they have, like, specific colors that they're telling people to use. But then you have levels like Boogie and you have levels like Duckstep who kind of just use every color. Like, they probably have a main color, but they kind of just use every color. And then you have levels like Citadel that tries to stick with the purples, but instead, like, of trying to, like, do creative ideas with the purples and, like, you know, the tints of green that they add here and there. they kind of choose really odd colors at times that just don't work at all with what you're going with. Same with like Noel Electra, for example. I think Noel Electra had like a color scheme and it just kind of does winter and terrain, and so because of that it just ends up being so many different colors. Like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of creators really felt restricted by the color thing, and that ended up making the levels sometimes way worse. With the exception of like very, very few. I think Ruins and in retrospective are some of the ones that do like the one color thing better, but even then Ruins does a lot of colors too. I think Backstreet Boy also did the colors pretty well. I don't know. I'm like Geometry, for example. The color thing was what NCS wanted. They did. They most definitely did. But also, I think that by like that should be a suggestion and not a like that should not limit the creators. That should just guide them. And that is I think the biggest flaw. I think that the limitation that caused on some creators' artistic vision really, really harmed some of the levels and ended up making it so that we had some levels that just feel very plain because they just use one or two colors, which is the main color that NCS told them, and then the complementary color, you know. And it's like, okay, I guess, yeah. Like, I think like for Geometry, for example, like the rest of the level after that drop, it's just yellow the whole time with like maybe a bit of green and blue from time to time, but it's just so much yellow. I always forget that you don't jump there. You hit that platform. Like, it's so much yellow, you know? And you have like cheat codes that kind of plays a little bit with the purples and blues, which is nice. And I can hear, you can see like the red starts to come in, but like the colors look so messy, you know? Oh god, yeah, this bus is annoying. I don't know. I think the overall positives of this collab were good, but it really sucks that the collab could have been so much better. I do wonder where it's gonna be after the final NCS level. Well, actually the final NCS level was Boogie, so that's the last one. After this, we're not getting any more. With the exception, of course, of Button Masher, which is the collab. Seeing how it should come out in, let's say, a week or two, I don't think we're gonna see any event levels for a while. I think after this, we're gonna have like a break on event levels because of two things. One, the Space Gauntlet. Space Gauntlet is wrapping up in about a month, and so everybody's gonna start working on their Space Gauntlets. Everybody's gonna start releasing levels. We're gonna be seeing a bunch of Space Gauntlet entries the whole time, and so because of that, it's gonna be very, very interesting. And the second thing is that I think they're probably gonna save event levels for another collab later down the year. Like, we might get an event level here or there, maybe, but I'm pretty sure that either we're gonna get some specific Space Gauntlet, like space levels, I guess, as an event level, or we're just gonna have another collab happening, and then that's when the event levels are gonna keep happening. Like, I'm pretty sure it's something like that. When it's gonna be, I have no clue. But I don't think event levels I don't think event levels are going away, but I also think they're not gonna be happening as often as they've been happening recently. You know? Like, I definitely think they're gonna slow down a little bit. I'm Judd. Hello, Judd. Welcome. It is really funny because Judd does exist, and I do not Judd. So it is quite funny. But yeah, I just want the GDX just shapes and beats event level. That's just shapes and beats, huh? I don't know how that would work. I don't know how fun that would be. This chat is so lonely. I'm sorry, Luca. Twitch chat is a little bit more chill. It is definitely a little bit more relaxed. I don't think a lot of people really like going over on Twitch. I think a lot of people prefer YouTube, but that's fair. Please do overlays ASAP. Okay, I'll get them done by next stream. Thoughts on your previous comment? Let me see. The reason is people who have knowledge with color theory can do a lot more, even while being restricted from colors. I feel like it's more of an issue of Vibrant getting people that don't have that kind of knowledge. That's an interesting take. I don't know, because obviously we have Duckstep, right? That is just the outlier here. The level with literally some of the best colors in the entire game. So I don't know. I think some of these creators definitely, like, the more that I think about it, some of these creators do in general struggle with nailing their colors and nailing their themes and atmospheres and like having a specific vibe they're going for and staying consistent with it. Like, the more that I think about it, I feel like some of these creators definitely struggle with that. But I don't necessarily think that they're not knowledgeable on the fact. I definitely think that it's less so a lack of knowledge and more so a lack of wanting to apply it. Because, like, in Boogie, for example, like, very clearly, Kana is, like, an artist, be it outside of GD or just in GD. And the way that, like, things are done, how can I say this in a way that makes sense to everybody? Yeah, I don't really like. There's something about this level that, like, shows that at the very least Conrad is aware of, like, how art works, but that he's kind of just choosing not to apply it at some points. Does that make any sense, Chad? Like, I'm really trying to word it correctly, but I think that's the best way I can word it. This is absolute brain rot, and I love this. When can Leah accept subs? Whenever I get affiliate. I need to stream a couple more times and have an average of 3 viewers per stream for the next, like, 4 or 5 streams on Twitch. And when that happens, then yeah, I will be able to get monetized on Twitch. Like, okay, like, if you look at this level right now, and you just, like, be like, okay, so what is the theme? What is the color scheme? And it's like, well, it doesn't really have any, it's just doing stuff. And then when you take that into consideration, you're like, oh, it's kind of just doing stuff. And then you're like, oh, okay. And then you just move on. It's one of those things that, like, it's really hard to explain how this level fits in with the rest because it just doesn't. It just doesn't. It's just there. It kind of just does its own thing. Have I taken a look at a single one of my solo levels? Let's see. Let's go take a look at my solo levels. So, let's look at my first solo level. Is it fine? Let's look at this real quick. I am not beating this level. Holy shit. I am playing it in fucking. I'm just no. Yep. There's no way I'm beating this level. So if we look at this level that was made, what, almost 6 years ago now? It was made in 2019, so close to 6 years ago. And we look at the colors. Very clearly, I did not know what the fuck I was doing 6 years ago. I was, what, like 15, 16? 16, maybe? When I made this level? 6 years ago, let's see. The colors seem pretty consistent. They're very desaturated at times. Didn't really have a consistent theming. I was just doing design and trying to match some of the vibes of the song with the pulses. Definitely trying to stay within the colder side, and then when we get to here, we get a little bit more of that yellow and green. So trying to experiment a little bit more with the colors, but still very cold, you know? So it's crazy, like, it's like it has a theme or something. Like, all the colors throughout this level are always on the cold side of the spectrum. Like, huh. At the very least, there's thought put behind that. I'll give you that. The NCS visualizer uses mint, then it's probably mint in that case. So if you look at a fine, this level, I'd say that the vibe was going for a sad, melancholic, goldish level. The colors are consistent, they're very dark, they're very, like, chill. There's always some bright contrast that creates to them to emphasize the gameplay, but overall very messy, very mediocre level. I wouldn't say this level has pretty colors, but at the least they're consistent. And now let's look at my second solo. So Melu Melu has an incredibly consistent color scheme, because it uses the same 4 colors that was a restriction that I gave myself, which was using white, which is not really a color, but use white sparingly, use yellow and gold as a complement to the main colors being blue and purple. Because that is the color scheme that the Melu uses. And so gold, yellow accents on blue and purple schemes with white highlights. I don't know, I feel like this level has pretty good colors. They're very consistent, stylistically, and in application. The contrast in some parts really threw me off. Yeah, I think that definitely the part on the sky is very, very much too bright at times. And I think this ship part has a transition, or not a transition, but a moment in it where it kind of takes you out because of the camera movements. I think those definitely could have been a little bit better. But hey, this level was made in 34 hours. So, like, I think it's pretty nice for something made in, like, a day and a half, maybe. Yeah, sure. So chat, the reason why I'm going on this whole rant is because somebody in chat said that I after talking about colors that I should look at my solo levels, and so I'm looking at my 2 solo levels, and how they are affecting the world in terms of the colors. and I'm not gonna lie, chat, I think these two solo levels have okay colors. I don't think they have amazing colors, but at the very least, they're there. They're consistent. They're stylized. Those who mellow, I love mellowing. Oh, I guess I got a little bit of green here, which I probably shouldn't have, huh? The green here definitely breaks the illusion. The white pulse in the drop is so flashbang. I agree. I think that the white pulses in this level are a little bit much, a tiny bit much, but I took it into the side, Luca. I'll check it out after stream. But thank you. I appreciate it. Have I seen your level memory lane? Yes, I remember seeing it. Didn't even notice the leaves until you said it. Yeah, it's there's a little bit of green in Melu, which I realized way too late into the stuff, and I was like, I don't really want to change the stuff. That's your setup? Oh, I see. Have I played any other poke levels? Yes, I have. I have played I have seen most of the recent stuff, especially Headlock. A lot of people told me to check this out. But I have played some of the older ones, definitely. I really like Postcards, actually. I forgot to jump there. I was not paying attention. I remember this level, playing it originally when it came out. It was actually really cute. I remember liking this. I think the gameplay was also really nice, and the colors were actually really cute. I gotta jump there. Right. I'll just play it in practice. I'm being bad at the game today. What's the name of the level of screen? It's Postcards by Poke. Or Poke? I don't know how you pronounce. Like, playing a level like this one, it gives me a very Skidden, like, specifically this one, it gives me very Skidden vibes. A little bit of Tamon, but more so Skidden. And I actually really like that. Like, again, I'm not gonna say this is a bad level, because I actually really like this level. Does it really do anything too special? No. But it's good enough where you can appreciate it. And I think that's the part where, like, people kinda, like, you know, like, they take their preferences and they kind of want to apply that on everybody else. So if you prefer these kinds of levels, then that's entirely fine. But the thing is, you can't force other people to like these kinds of levels. If they don't like these kinds of levels, then they just don't. This is giving JF. Goodbye, Neumann. Like looking at something like this, or where's the other level? Yeah, Cloud 9. Like, very clearly, Poke can't work with these color schemes and do something really original and really cute with it that stands out and makes it feel more, you know, unique. And Skylands Part 2 just kind of wasn't bad, and I was kind of really disappointed. Like, these colors are definitely more on the trippy side, but they're still very interesting. I I always... Okay, I will say, Poe gameplay is not very intuitive. You do always need to practice. But once you learn it, it is actually really fun. And the song selections for like most of their levels are actually really, really good. This is the Poe Play stream. Welcome, everybody. I like the progression in this. I like the way that the progression matches the song. But I will say this part is probably my least favorite part of the level because it picks up again here, and I like how this part ends up being. Song is a vibe. Its song is a vibe, yeah. I think the choices of the creators that have like for these event levels have been very interesting. Mostly because all of them, for the most part, are like. Let me check. Huh. For the most part, all of these are very recognizable names with quite a lot of levels under the belt. It's not like a new creator coming out here. They're people who are reliable. They're people who have a background in making levels and that the community recognizes. And I think to Wrapped Up and Viperin, those aspects are more important than the actual quality of the level. I think that making a level that is decent but that the community like can easily recognize and remember, to them is better than just getting a level that is just better in terms of quality. I'm thinking about it now, and I think that is what makes the most sense. They just went with somebody that they knew and that had a reputation to finish it. Rob and Viperin don't pick. Viperin picks the creators. Viperin handpicks the creators as a list, and then the music artists talk with some of the creators in order to see which one fits better. But Viperin does decide on all of this. He has said this publicly many times. There's almost like no interaction between some of the artists and the creators, but yeah. Like, Viperin does go and pick what the event levels are going to be. I've seen Viperin description on the event levels. He puts cool info there. I have not read all of them, but I do know quite a couple things, so, you know. I'll be real, if Xander made a level and it looks dog shit, then the level would not be remembered. Yeah, that is fair. But it's still a Xander level, so at the very least, people are going to talk about the fact that it's a Xander level. And the fact that people are talking about it is already, like, really good. Like, just look at the amount of, like, plays and likes that these levels have. Like, 1 million plays, 1.3 million plays, 86k likes, 1.5 million plays, 95k likes, 2 million, 99k, 1.8 million, 95k, 1.6 million, 104k. Like, this was really a popular level. Like, comparing like to the download ratio. 1 million, 55k, 3.1 million, 116k, 1.9 million to 102k. This is another big one. It's crazy to think that the most download to like ratio level out of all of these is cheat codes. It's kind of crazy. Butiti was made out of forced demand, and it isn't really made to be good, and yet people still talk about it. Oh, Butiti 3 is probably one of the worst Jonathan GD levels, and somehow it's probably the one that people talk about, like, the most out of the less good ones. Like obviously Boutique 2 is way more talked about, and like Future Funk, you know. But like Boutique 3, for some reason people talk about it so much, even though it's like definitely one of Jonathan's like less good levels. Not saying it's a bad level, it's just one of his worst. Popularity doesn't equal quality. No, but at the most part, I feel like all of these did a decent job. I feel like to close this off, because I definitely feel like I've ranted enough about these. They all did a decent job. I think that Geometry by Autonic, at the very least, is a good level. I think Citadel by Subwoofer, taking into account like how much I actually don't like the level, I still think it's a good level. I think Retrospective is a great level. I think Ruins is a great level. I think Cheat Codes is a decent level. I think Backstreet Boy is a good level. I think Non Electra is a good level. I think Dubstep is a fantastic level. I think Silent Part 2 is a good level. And I think Boogie is a good level. These are all good levels. These are all, at the very least, good levels. So, you know, it's one of those things that popularity might impact some stuff here. Like sure, like Autonic definitely, but like Nixa is not that popular out of all of them. Background Dash for some reason doesn't show up. It should show up, but it just doesn't. Like Nixa is definitely not one of the most popular people here. Grax, as much as people do love Grax, is actually wasn't as popular until like Broken Signal and Berserker. Like I feel like Broken Signal is when like he kind of like blew up, quote unquote, and then like obviously Berserker now is very different. I don't think Poke is very popular. Like Poke is definitely like has a lot of levels, but I don't think Poke is like out there being like, you know, super. I don't think Kanat is very popular too. Again, it's one of those things that like Bussin like pushed them out there. Yeah, sure, but you know, I still think that Kanat would have been chosen. Poke is hella popular? I don't think so. No, like y'all are comparing Poke. Like we have look at who released the 2 previous levels. Look at who released these 2 people. Like look at these 2 people and tell me that Poke is on the same. Like Poke is still incredibly popular compared to the average creator, but compared to Serpunch, not to Zoroa, to Subwoofer. It's not even close. No, there's no way Poke is just as popular as Knots. There is absolutely no shot that Poke is as popular as Knots. To the general community, that is absolutely not the case. To the creator, like to the actual really tryhard creators, yeah, I think so. Serpunch is a level above, as he's on the same level as Knots. I don't think so. I do think he's well known. Like I think Poke is more similar to Whirl in terms of how popular he is. I very much think that these 2 are on the same level. I also, no, I very much disagree. I think Zoroa having Ring Trick as like how insanely popular those levels was on YouTube. And not only that, but like genuinely all of the levels that he made before this, I like Zoroa is definitely very, very popular. Mostly amongst the general community. Zoroa is definitely like a step above. I don't think Zoroa is comparable like to like Subwoofer or like Serpunch or Knots, but like, you know, it's pronounced Poke. I don't know how it's pronounced. I think it's Poke, or I'm not sure, or maybe Puck. I don't know. I've asked him many times and he's never responded. I think it's Puck. Okay. Orange Box popularity, I'd say it might be Puck. We'll see. I'll just ask him how it's pronounced. But no, like definitely, like there is some lesser known creators here. Insanely popular in level. I think y'all are very much overestimating how popular Puck is, because y'all are part of like creator circles, I should say. Like I very much think that it's not the case. I very much think that it's not the case, but I guess I could be wrong. Knots is just so consistently massive. Like every one of Knots' levels is so big in the community, it's insane. He's so well beloved and like so much more known than I think Poke is. But again, I could be wrong. I very much could be wrong. because it's not all of you that are biased. There's 5 people in chat saying this when I very much know that a lot of people in the community have no clue who the fuck Puck is. Who do you think is the most popular? Definitely Sir Punch. It's not even a question. After that would probably be Subwoofer. And maybe Grex now because of Berserker. Maybe Grax? Grax has had like a huge, insane push, but over time... Because like... Audiovisual has been popping off though. I think audiovisual's also very much in the line of like Puck and like... Maybe, no, because that's the thing. I think maybe audio is a little bigger than that because he's been rising lately. But again, compared to the general community, I don't know. I don't know. I would say the top 3 to me would be Sir Punch, Subwoofer, and maybe Audio. If we go in terms of like notoriety. Like, there's no way that the Puck is the same as Knots. Like, all of his levels have like they have so many downloads and so many plays. Like, actually so many. Compared to Puck being like some of them have a lot of them, but I think consistently they're a lot less known. I guess maybe those few levels that Puck has made have really like pushed him out there. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those things that I just don't hear of Puck that often. Because they just have so many levels that it's hard to be like... Because I remember Swag and I remember Havoc. But like, so many of these things I can't really remember, or don't even know that they existed. And then Nods, you go back and you're like, oh yeah, I remember every single one of these levels and when they came out. So, I don't know. I think audio in terms of like his reach, definitely bigger than those two though. Because it's one of those things that I think popularity is really, really... I think that's just not making better levels to you. No, like, it just... Like, I'm just showing you the amount of, like, downloads. Like, downloads also mean reach. The amount of people that are going to recognize Knots' name, I'm pretty sure is bigger than the amount of people that are going to recognize Knots' name. Not only because Knots not only has the levels that are memorable, it's the fact that there's so many of them that his name becomes memorable. I don't think Puck has any of his levels that are even as memorable, but also not only that aren't as memorable, but also that made his name really stand out to other people like that. But again, I'm not very knowledgeable on Puck, so I could just be wrong here. These downloads are just based on how long they were event levels for. No, I'm not talking about the downloads on here. I went to check like other levels that like they've posted like over the years, and consistently Knots just has way higher downloads than Puck. Like way higher. Why does this matter anyway? It's because a lot of people were saying that you have to be an incredibly super popular GD creator to be in this, and it's like, I don't necessarily think so. I think it's more so just the fact that they're friends with Viprin. Knots has been around for longer. Maybe, yeah, I guess. I don't know exactly. I think Puck has been around since like 1.9, but I'm not sure on that one. So I can't really say. I don't know when they both started playing. TLDR, I think the event levels, it just comes down to just being friends and having good connections, more so than, you know. And I guess that can be direct, like, intertwined with popularity, but I know that there's a lot of, like, people who are also less popular who have very much connections to a lot of these things. Puck has been around for just as long, though. That's what I figured too. I think they're both been around for about the same amount of time. I think Knots has just been out there more. As in new gen, they're both about the same. True. Thank you, The Active, for that. I was later denied in the poll because of my popularity. Are you sure that that is why? Like, if you were proposed to make one and you're being denied, I do not think it's because of your popularity. I probably think that there's other reasons as to why. And they probably just used as an excuse. Because first of all, the fact that you know, or you quote unquote have been invited to levels and are now talking about it publicly already shows a lack of probable trust on their side. They probably didn't trust you to not say anything. Did not have mod at some point. I don't remember. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really keep up with the mod scene. Anyways, chat. Now that we're done with this part of the stream, if we've played through the event level, it is definitely one of the levels of all time. Probably the second most brain rot level that I've seen this year. In 2025. There is one that is a little bit more brain rot than this one, but this one definitely can get in there. Let me turn the song up. I actually do like the song. I think the song is so stupid. They didn't just make this like auto, like at this point. Like, I would have just kind of rather this is auto. I still feel like the ending is a bit rushed, but whatever. Anyway, all of that to say, that is it. That is pretty much all the event levels we're gonna get from the NCS collab, with the exception of Button Masher. Last one standing. Last one standing. So I'm very excited to see how this actually ends up, Button Masher. We've seen quite a bit of it from the teaser trailer, quote unquote, I guess, and also from the NCS accidentally posting the video too early. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We'll definitely play it and go through it once it gets here. And then obviously, like I said, chat, we don't know if there's going to be more event levels. We don't know if there's going to be more event levels. But if there is, I'll keep doing this. I'll keep doing these quote unquote first impressions for the event levels. They get their own little thing. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be very enjoyable. Now, I'm pretty sure that since it did get legendary, it should get added to the tier list. Has it been added yet, though, is the question. It has not. So since it hasn't been added to the tier list, we're not going to do it today. We're probably going to do it tomorrow, if that's the case. Say in the description that this is the last one before Button Masher. Yeah. I mean, chat, we kind of knew that this was the last one before Button Masher because in Button Masher there are posters that show every level, and you could see that the posters had like a couple of them ripped off, which like, you know, showed that the levels weren't done and released. And at the end, like, there was 3 posters and like the 3 levels have released. So you could very much tell that this, like, I don't know why people are like guessing, like you did, you know. I think there's one more. There's just Button Masher, and that's it. They've confirmed it multiple times that Button Masher is the last one. It's the collab with everybody. It will be placed near Bussin'? No, I have different thoughts on this level, and you'll see it when we get there. But anyways, now come to the second part of the stream. I want to be drawing commissions. I have a couple of commissions that I have, and I want to be drawing because I haven't drawn recently. MDK released a whole song 9 days ago for some reason. It's because, so people have talked about this, and obviously there's rumors and there's things that have been confirmed and things that have not been confirmed. But apparently, allegedly, somebody at NCS accidentally put Button Masher like live, like the video live too early. Like the video wasn't supposed to come out, and so that resulted in like everybody like just announcing it and just going with it. So that's why. When it comes to Button Masher, what are my opinions on it? I haven't seen it. I haven't played it, so I'm gonna wait until it comes out, and we'll play it. But let's head off to some art. Let's head off to some art. Let's do some art, Chad. I'm very excited to do art. I haven't drawn in a little while, so very, very hype. I guess we'll see what ends up happening again with the event levels. If we get more event levels, then that's cool. If we don't get more event levels, then that's fine too. In the end, what matters is, you know, that if they take this opportunity to make things more fun, you know. I haven't seen the level, I don't know. Then how the fuck do you know that there's posters in the level? Because I've seen screenshots of it. What do you mean? I've seen screenshots of it. People have been talking about the level. If you've been in like any public server, people talk about this shit. I've seen the screenshots. I don't know what the level looks like now. The only two things I've seen is that there's the screenshots of the posters of the levels that are in it, and that there is the TOV2 monster at the end, like at some point in the level. Those are the only two things that I know about the level. You should use MS Paint. No, I'm good. I'll pass on the MS Paint. Alright, so we have two commissions that I want to get to today. I'm probably not going to finish both of them, but I at least want to do one of them. I might start a second one later, but we can go with the first one. Okay. That shouldn't be too hard. Use Krita. Oh. Please. Please no. Please save me. Okay. Let's go with that. Yeah, I think as a base color, this works pretty nice for the outline of the sketch. So let's see. We are working off a profile picture for somebody. This is a commission that I got. And the details is that they want an anime girl with long black hair in a futuristic setting, and that they leave the rest up to me. How many parts do you need to merge Subby? I think he has 3 more parts to merge. And so, good luck, Subby. And also, like, you know, cleaning things up. We're almost done with the level, guys. Look forward to WoW Real 2025 tomorrow. We should have a peak level releasing tomorrow on Subpixel's account. I am slightly participating in it, but don't expect a whole part out of me. I made a couple things, you know, couple funny things. Okay. So let's see. What would be like an interesting thing to do for a profile picture? Chad, give me some suggestions. Give me some stuff. I should probably change categories over on Twitch, now that I think about it. Because on YouTube, I don't really care. There we go. It's crazy, on Twitch it's telling me that my bitrate is too high, and so it's unstable. Yeah, I am dual streaming. Alright, Luca, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. What could be an interesting post to have? I think Thank you, Essie Boy, for the follow over on Twitch. I appreciate it. I think that a big part of like the discussion that we were having earlier, chat, with like popularity is that I don't really keep up too much with individual people, and so my knowledge on what like the community actually knows and feels is very disjointed because of that. So like for example, like I don't keep up with like, you know, Poke and whatever Poke's fans are, for example. And so because of that, it creates this kind of like, hey, I don't actually know too much on the subject. It's just kind of like a vibe depending on how I'm feeling, not how I'm feeling, but like how I'm gauging that people react to specific things, you know? Like if I go into a public server or like even a private server and I see people talking about like specific things more and not about other things, then like I just assume that those things are just what's being like popular right now and what's like the big hot topic. And maybe I shouldn't be doing those assumptions, but there's not much that I can, you know, do from out of that. I'm afraid of whatever the hell goes in daily chat. Dude, daily chat is really scary. I don't know what they're cooking over there, but they're definitely cooking something. Daily chat has like a mafia, like a deep underground market where they sell like creator points or something. I don't know. They're scary. Don't want to deal with them. There's the icon artist community. There honestly, I've noticed that the artist community in GD has grown like so much bigger over the past like couple of years compared to how it was before. I feel like we have so many more people just making art that are like about GD, that are like not even art, like they don't even make art levels in GD. A lot of the time they just make art related to GD, you know. And honestly, they're kind of chill. I kind of fuck with them. A lot of them are really nice and really kind people. I think a lot of them are also on the younger side, which is also why like I don't really interact with a lot of them very often. But you know. Kind of like the sleepy eyes, like the droopy eyes that I'm going with. You know, it kind of fucks with the droopy eyes. Want a more neutral expression. Right now, expression is not neutral enough. Hello, Lex. How's it going? Welcome to stream. Let me turn the music up. I feel like the music's not loud enough. What do you think, Chad? Should I turn the music up? Hello, Vortrux263. Welcome to stream. Hope they are doing well. Aw. We are doing pretty decent, pretty chilling. It's kind of still surreal to me how much my life has changed the last couple of years, all thanks to propeller box cube. Damn, the propeller box cube. From Super Mario Bros. Wii. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I should say. I think that's kind of like the one thing that I don't really love about the icon community. Because a lot of the time, they're kind of just stealing art. Like, not everybody does this, of course. It's a very generalizing opinion to have over everybody. But a lot of them are. And I don't like that. I like the original icons that a lot of people make, and I think those are really cool. They're very neat. But I don't like the fact that, like, we have so many icons in, like, the game that are just, you know, taken from other games without permission. I don't think that's a very good look for GD or for like the artist community in general. Also because a lot of those are like user created icons, so it kind of sucks, you know. Again, kind of like the same situation as like Matthew games, like, you know, recreating games in GD. I would just rather we don't do that, personally speaking. But if Rapta wants to promote that, then there's like, I'm not in anybody. I'm in no position to tell Rapta what he should promote or not promote, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't necessarily agree with it. Most of the rest icons are probably not going to be submitted to 2.3, to be fair. I don't know. I don't know. Because we have a lot of them. I think some of them being like loose references are cute, you know? But like some of them definitely push too much on like what's actually a reference and what's just straight up stealing. I think some of them are like, oh, that's a cute little reference, you know? Like it's still very unique and like original icon. But it's like, you know, it's referencing like, you know, a character from this game, you know? And I think that's like generally nice, but how long have I been drawing? I've been drawing for, I think it's been 3 years. It's really weird to talk about how long I've been drawing. I started drawing, I guess, in like November of 2020, I think. I think I started drawing in November of 2020, and then I've been like very on and off when it comes to art. So like I don't draw like every day like a lot of people tell you like you should, like consistency and so everything. I stopped drawing, quote unquote, from like for like 2 years almost towards the it's because drawing is very based around my mood, and the fact that it is like a really bad thing that I'm trying to work on, because I can go like months, like actual like 6 months without ever like drawing anything, and then I can go like 3 weeks like non-stop drawing, you know. And I think it's like the fact that I'm like that bipolar when it comes. I don't like using the term bipolar because I don't think it's very representative of what is actually going. But the fact that it's so different when it comes to when I draw is it's something that I've been working towards, because I'm not very happy with the fact that I draw so rarely and that I'm so inconsistent at drawing. But I've been drawing for, yeah, about 3 years, I'd say. So since late 2020, I think that it's a cumulative 3 years, with maybe less than that, to be fair. But yeah, let's just say 3 years for the sake of maybe 4. If you really want to count like the whole timeline. I really need to start learning to draw with references, because I get too stuck sometimes, and reference would definitely help me. It's really hard for me to get references and draw out of them. Make it less serious. Too serious of an expression now. Actually, let me squish head. Head is too big right now. Squish head time. There you go. And then, I think I move all of this down like a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, I don't want to have... lasso tool, please. Thank you. Oh god, I fucked it up again. I need to detach this. Okay, there we go. I think I'll go later and make your butchie cubes, jelly cubes colorful instead. Oh my god. The butchie the rock. Translate something to GD-Arkansas Arcel without making it too similar to the reference 99% of the time. I think that's a good way of taking things. I think that if you take things as like, hey, I want to do this, but inside of Geometry Dash, I think sometimes that can become a little bit dangerous. But if you're like, hey, I want to do this in the style that I use for this, then I think that's a little bit more healthy, maybe? Does that make sense? And then let me adjust the cheek. And I know, chat, that you're like, oh my god, this is so messy, what the fuck is going on? And I apologize. That is just how I draw. And I hope you can all forgive me for the insane amount of messiness that you're seeing right now. They were shooting fireworks out of your window again? What the hell? They keep doing that. That's really fucked up. Tell them to stop or I will go and beat them up. Yeah, okay. I need to... And then something I'm noticing with this part over here is that it should be moved more like there. Too much. There we go. Better.
You can't see me like I do, love me like you could, touch me like I would. I've been in my head
You beat them up, right? Yeah, of course.
to make you
Anytime. Me beating up people? For you? Anytime.
settled all wrong in my skin. This got tragic. Need a thrill to believe in. You're in my bed, in my head.
Okay, proportions are better. I feel. Might be wrong though.
You're in my dreams, my nightmares, every sunrise. You can't see me like I do, love me like you could, touch me like I would. I've been in my head, finding a way to make you my insecurities.
I will move all of this a little bit closer.
The edge pull me back from the precipice. You know the usual. Red wine at a corner store. Got what I wanted to, until it won't hurt no more. You're in my bed, in my head, in my arms, in my dread.
Okay, good.
You're in
Let me rotate this one like there.
you can't see me like I do, love me like you could, touch me like I would.
God, this is incredibly messy for a sketch, but it is, like, the vision is there. My sketches all look like this, and you know, you like making messy sketches. I like doing messy sketches too, to be fair. It is like one of the things that I like enjoy the most about my art style. It is the fact that I can just go messy and then it'll adjust itself eventually. So this is a com for Hazer, so I guess I can name these already as into their chat, don't forget to say whenever you make something. Make messy sketches and color them for how much I love them. That's super valid. I do that all the time. I have a lot of those messy sketches. We'll figure out the clothing later right now, Chad. But for now, she just gets kind of like drapey stuff. I want to move the mouth like up a little bit up more and twist it over here. Like her face proportions are slightly off, and that is bothering me. There you go. Okay, there we go, chat. We have the initial sketch for the profile picture. Fill it up a little bit so that we can work on it with a bigger resolution. The butcher cube is so cute. That's adorable. Alright. Let's get to it. Let's get to refining the sketch. Oh, to be fair, okay, hold up. Gotta check this. Gotta check what the connection actually is. Okay. That's fine. Yep. We are being chilling, chat. Okay, so when it comes to the clothes, we don't have much yet, but I can get started on the actual refining of the girl. You want to make her smiling, Chad. You want her to be happy. I can make her happy, but I kind of like these like neutral expression in the end. Maybe like a little happier. Fine, a little bit happier. There you go, Chat. She's a little happier. There you go, Chat. She's a little happier. Okay, let's refine the sketch now. I usually don't refine sketches, I just kind of work off the sketches as I have, like I just keep going. But for this one, since it's a commission, we'll make it pretty, we'll make it pretty. Why am I starting with the hair? I know very well that I shouldn't be starting with the hair. Oh, I love this song so much. Imagine streaming when I have work. Sandra, that is like literally every day that I stream. I am always streaming while you're at work. You know this. We live in like the other side of the world compared to each other. We have insanely completely different time zone, and our time zones never match up to anything we do. So this is my work. Like, it's kind of like we're working together. ZR need to finish first. He's working. He says he's working, so I trust him. That level is entirely run by how much trust I have on you guys. Like, I just did my part, and I'm leaving it all up to y'all. So it is entirely run on how much trust I have for y'all. Sender, do not trust him. He probably isn't cooking. He probably hasn't even started. Been lurking? Yeah, he's been here. He's working at the same time, I would assume. How did Maddie knows? It's because that's the only thing ZDR does. ZDR only does minimalistic levels, Ender. What are you talking about? It's like the most like obviously ZDR is making another minimalistic level. Also, I stream building the level. You're a fake fan, Zender. You didn't even know that I streamed the level. Did you guys know that Zender commissioned me to make a character for his level? And then not only did he not pay me, he also just didn't finish the level, and now the level's just dead. And now there's a character that I made with like a full expression sheet and everything, and then Zender never paid me for it. That is your go, chat. Not only did he do that, but with that same level, he asked me to make a weapon system for him so that the weapon could track where, like, you know, where the player needs to shoot and where the enemies are and all of that. And I did that, and I also made a movement system for him. So I made like a bunch of things for him, and then not only did he kill the level, but he also didn't pay me for it. How do you feel about that, chat? I feel like that's really mean of Zender game. It was a platformer? That is crazy. Just because it's a platformer doesn't make it any less important to me, because I care a lot about the level. Yeah, surely. You need to pay me though. You drew Aries first, but I improved her. Like, you know, I made her better. Does this use spawn remapping? Yes, yes. I am right now using spawn remaps in order to shape her hair. Show your part when I pose? Yeah, I'll show it, yes. I'll show it, but when it's done, when it's like fully done, which is, you know, after I give feedback and everything. Because there's no way you're done. Don't act like you're done. Because there's no way you're done. I've seen how the part has been going, and there's no way you're done. There's a lot of things to do. You're like so close. I don't believe it. I believe that you'll post that, and I'll have like 10 things that I'll tell you to change right away. Holy shit, guys. It is Voyager. The man, the myth, the legend. I do love the song. I won't lie to y'all. Here taking 27 hours to place 3 objects. I think it's been more than 27 hours. I agree with that statement. That is probably the first thing he said in this chat that I'm actively agree with. A new achievement. For him. If you're wondering, chat, how the fuck I'm keeping track of what my lines are supposed to be with how the sketch was, I'm not. I'm just creating new shit out of nowhere. Game bar's been very glitchy for me too lately, but good thing that it still works, so I've been managing, but yeah, no, I would prefer to record with OBS if it wasn't like so much of a hassle with OBS sometimes to record. Guys, it's actually Voyager now. We're at the part of the song where the level actually starts. Fully no longer words? That sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. Angelix and Sticks. How's it going? And oh my god, hi Colin. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just zoned. I'm just zoned in the zone. Yes, art stream. We're doing commissions too. We have three actually. Well, no, I have 4 commissions to get through, but one of them is my girlfriend, so I can just completely ignore it until Valentine's. Just needs to be done before Valentine's. Actually, I could spoil this. Chat. Tomorrow we have a very special stream. I'm gonna bring my girlfriend on the stream, and she's gonna be playing GD levels that y'all want her to play. She has never in her life played GD, and she's gonna be playing GD levels with us tomorrow for a little while. Hello Val, how's it going? Send her pull up GC, oh my goodness. So she's gonna be showing up. She's gonna be showing up, and she's gonna be playing levels, and it's gonna be fun. I hope it'll be fun. Let's see this so-called Mr. ZDR level. Okay, ZDR, add some particles and add like a background, and then we're chilling. Yeah, just pulse the background. I like everything else you have so far. Gameplay actually looks really fun. I would just add more pulses and I would add particles. You also need to draw for Valentine's? Yeah. Yeah, the Valentine's draw is the Valentine's grind is hard for a lot of people. I wanted to do like, there's 2 pieces that I wanted to do for Valentine's, but I won't have time to do them, I think. So I'll just do one of them, and that's okay. Yes, tomorrow we're gonna be having girlfriend on stream, and it'll be fun. Y'all just need to behave, please. For the love of God, better behave. You don't want Freaky Game showing up tomorrow. Freaky Game's already here? That's crazy. We should do Art Trade Valentine's? We could do that. We could do that. That could be fun. You know what we should do, Xander? We should do a build swap. we should do that build swap where that I completely abandoned and you did too. But at the very least, you know, I'm taking a little bit of responsibility for it too. I should do her eyebrows. It's been bothering me for a little while that I haven't done her eyebrows. So let me get to that. So first we do the eyelids. And then we do the eyebrows. It was forced to build swap. What 2D? No.